Hmm. Oh, wait a minute. Ooh, that's not good. Oh, that's really not good. That's even worse. Oh my goodness, how are these people allowed to have a country? Huh. Oh, well, on the bright side, I think they're not involved in anything past there after they got neutered. Oh! Hi, I didn't see you there. I was just reading 3,000 Years of War. Leaders and Battles That Shaped History by Dwight John Zimmerman. A book I highly recommend. Not sponsored. But, this is that video that I promised would come out yesterday, but, I'm lazy, so didn't come out on time. I'm sorry. I'll start caring when I have a reason to care. Right now, we're going to... Oh, bad trigger discipline. Oh, sorry. So, right now, I'm going to tell you about how the Germans are bad. Now, you may think I'd start with World War I, or possibly even the Franco-Prussian War. No. This goes back farther. You see, if you go back all the way... Oh, no, farther back. See, if you go all the way back to ancient times, you keep on having Germanic tribes trying to take down Rome. So you see right from the very beginning, the Germans are against civilization. The savage Germans keep on trying to take down civilization. And eventually, Germanic tribes do take down Rome. And remember, people always say how much more advanced we'd be if Rome never fell, or if even Rome lasted a little longer. After all, while Rome was still around, in Alexandria, there was the beginnings of steam power. That's actually true. They had a little wheel that spun based off of steam. Now, there were no practical implications yet, but eventually they could have developed that more. What happened? Roman civilization fell. That shit all went away, only to be discovered thousands of years later. Well, 1,000 and several hundred. So, we have the beginnings of the problem of the evil Hun. Now, with the HRE, some would argue problems with them attacking the Pope, being problems with that. I don't really want to get into that. I don't want to have any religious disputes with this. However, I will resume hating on Germans with Karl Marx, who, as you may know, was German. Now, it is true, eventually he moved to England. However, he did begin as German. And I'm not sure if he ever got British citizenship. Yeah, I also didn't do a lot of that research I said I would do. Most of this is just off the top of my head. But I'd done previous research, I just didn't freshen up. Yes, I'm doing good trigger discipline, even though it's a toy. So anyway, Karl Marx, inventor of communism, that's gone poorly. Bismarck, last good German, as we know, he predicted World War II, told the Kaiser to not get involved in shit in the Balkans, and what did Wilhelm von Spaghetti Arms do? Well, when Austria said, hey, look, Serbia messed up, we have to go show them what's what. Kaiser von Wilhelm II, which is German for two. I know, I'm basically fluent in German. Said, well, sure, we'll back you up in that, buddy. Issuing the blank check, which is what changed what would have been regional conflict into World War II. Now, you may be saying, oh, but what about the Russian escalation? Yes, technically, it still would have been a regional conflict, even if Russia got involved in protecting Serbia. It just would have been Austria, Serbia, and Russia. That's just Eastern Europe. None of those have colonies. That is purely a European war. The minute Germany gets involved, it plans on attacking France, which both of those countries have African colonies. You're beginning to make a world war. You have the German fleet. You have pieces of the German fleet. I don't think it was an entire fleet. Protecting some of their holdings in China and other Asian places. But I know that the fleet began protecting China. Which, problem there, England, which gets involved to protect Belgium, and also Belgian Congo, which was actually very important because they didn't want Germany to gain too much African power. Germany is what turned a regional conflict into a world war. Whether you say Austria started it or Serbia started it, Germany is who issued the blank check, which caused Austria to act recklessly. They would not have done many of the actions that they did at the beginning of the war, was it not for their assurance by Germany that Germany would back them up. Now, on to Hitler. Some of you may be saying, whoa, Hitler's Austrian. Well, yes, born in Austria on the border and gained German citizenship before he became the Chancellor of Germany and then Fuhrer. So, yeah, he was a German. Also, there's the fact that even if he wasn't a German citizen previously, after the Anschluss, which he did, he would have been, because of the integration of Austria with Germany. Now, that is just a few examples of Germans being evil. I mean, there's a large example in here. The first genocide in the 20th century was done in a German African colony in 1904. Germans, not good people. Now, keep in mind, I'm not saying ethnic Germans, except for when I'm talking about them in the Roman days. And even then, ethnic Germans are fine as long as they're integrated. I am saying citizens of Germany have a bad track record. But after World War II, when, Germany wasn't a country for like 40 years, and yes, I'm saying Germany wasn't a country. Two countries, East and West Germany. Neither of those is Germany. Just like how North or South Korea is not Korea. They are each a separate country. Neither of them is Korea. Unless you're North Korean, in which case South Korea is false Korea. That is why Germany is evil. Look it up.